Kool-Aid Conversations. I'm Shamekia.
And I'm Tashee.
Because, girl, you know they be all in the Kool-Aid.
And don't know the flavors.
So y'all come get into this topic with us today. We have Harold G.
Okay.
Anything you want to say to the folks?
I don't want to say, I don't know. I'm just here chilling. I'm
Just chilling?
Yeah,
We just vibing today, okay?
I want to say, y'all leave me. How about that?
Oh, okay.
See what y'all got.
So today we're talking about love, relationships, and marriage. I do or I don't.
Like, is that the end goal? Marriage? Is it?
Y'all want to get married?
I've been married.
I feel like I'm in a space now. I don't know. I'm not sure.
I think
I want to some days, and some days I don't
get
want
out
to.
your system.
Do it when you get out your system. She want to be one and done.
Yeah, I want to just get it out of my system.
She want to marry and not marry.
You think it's going to be a forever after, right? And
I do.
You do?
I really do.
Well, I don't want to crush your feelings. So.
Don't.
All right, so
But you ain't got to.
So do you feel like marriage is all the hype and that it's cracked up to be? Because it seems like so many people are just striving for relationships.
Marriage.
To the end goal is to find a partner and to get married to do to do life with. Do you feel like?
I think most females are just looking for somebody to take care of them. To be honest with you, and I'm not.
No. What?
Okay.
So why you feel that way? Why you feel that way?
I believe the world has changed. It's not the way it used to be. The media has a hold on females. It changed things.
So you feel like women back in the day didn't marry to be taken care of?
Yeah, but in a different kind of way.
What you mean?
Y'all just wanted shit without giving shit. Back then,
What they got back then?
they took care of the household.
We give our all.
I'll give
Wow.
my all.
We do. We
I guess the women I dealt with then, I don't know. I used to be married. 14 years in the end.
So she just wanted you to take care of her?
No.
Okay, so how
She was selfish, and I knew that from the get-go, but...
That was your fault.
And you're right, everything's my fault.
Don't just say everything's your fault.
everything
I'm not saying everything, but I feel like when you meet someone and they have those red flags, or you see that and you carry on with the relationship anyway, you kind of setting yourself up for.
And that's true. I think I was smarter than I was wise, because I kind of picked her. I kind of realized, I've been dealing with a lot of females back then, and I realized that the common denominator to love is time. That means if I go to McDonald's and meet a female and give her time, she won't fall in love. I go to the club and meet a female, give her time, she won't fall in love. So I did something different. I went to go look for a college girl and asked her what she wanted to be, what she wanted to be. I set it up. So, the first couple girls I hollered at, I want to be a psych major. I want to be physical. Then I met my ex-wife. I want to be a CPA. Hey, how you doing?
Oh, you thought you were about to hit jackpot.
Yeah, I did. I was naive, and
Jokes
I took
on you.
I wouldn't change nothing though, to be honest with you. I
wouldn't change anything I've been through in my past relationships, because it shapes and molds us.
Right.
Relationships are really designed to teach us about ourselves, because your partner or your person mirrors you, and they show you what your flaws are, they show you what your likes are, your dislikes are, and so that's
what your traumas might be.
Yeah.
So what you looking for today?
Ooh.
What checks your boxes off?
They were talking about these boxes. So I want a man that is emotionally mature and
What do you mean by that?
he knows how to regulate his emotions. He knows how to communicate and express his emotions. I want a man that is self-disciplined. Who can govern himself. I don't want to have to parent a man. I don't want to have to say, you shouldn't do this, you should do this. Come on, baby, you gotta do this. I don't want to have to do that with a partner.
I agree with all of it.
I want a man that has a plan,
Who's self-sufficient.
Yeah.
I got you.
Don't
So
have to school
if you meet a man that's self-sufficient and he's high energy, do you think you can be with a person like that?
What you mean? High
Did you
energy?
say, when you say high energy?
I'm high energy. I work all the time, and I know most females.
So always on the go?
I'm always on the go, but I come home at night.
I have a problem with that. I do.
Why?
Yeah, I've had a high energy man, always gone.
Why you say you come home?
No, I come home every night.
Okay, But being gone all
So
the
you rather
time.
me be a truck driver and leave for 2 or 3 weeks?
No, I don't want a truck driver.
I got you.
So,
So you
yeah,
want
you being
somebody-
gone all the time is a problem for me. Like, you gotta find balance. And I'm not just saying I wouldn't date you because of what you do or, you know, your work, but like, you said you come home at night.
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's wrong with that?
But like you said, time. So your person still gonna need that time. You said time is what you realize how you were able to get people to fall in love. You have to be consistent with that. So if you use time to get that person, you're gonna have to maintain that same energy.
Right.
So, I mean, shouldn't there be like a trade-off? My thing is, I don't know if I want to go through this, but I'll go this way. I think that the role of females has changed in the last 10, 20 years. Y'all lost y'all superpower.
I agree, but
What was the superpower?
Being submissive.
In what way? Tell me.
In all ways.
Like,
It's just being very submissive. Y'all want to be competitive.
what is submissive?
Submissive is just, it's
so you don't want nobody to talk back when they feel wrong
you can
or
talk.
mistreated.
I want to mistreat somebody that's submissive.
So then what I'm gonna say, I kind of know what you're saying, but I think you're using the wrong word.
Okay, it's cool.
So I feel like women have lost their superpower, and that's femininity.
Femininity, okay.
You give it up.
We give
For
it
one,
up.
that's femininity. So you know what I'm saying. But at the same time, it's not our fault that we lost our femininity because we've had to step into a masculine role.
No.
So we've had to step in a masculine role because a lot of
Wow.
we had to step up because think about it. And it's not just black men's fault. It's not just our fault either. So we have to stop pointing the finger at each other. It really was a systemic thing. It was designed that way when they took.
You're right. I agree
Yeah.
with
So
that.
so women.
So it's not the man's fault. So I
It's
would blame.
neither one of our faults.
I agree with that. It's the media's fault.
It's the society. It's
Yeah.
The white
the
man.
system.
Yeah,
You know?
like you said, it's the system.
And that's what the system was designed to
So
do.
what is the
And it did
system?
it.
What is the system? What is the goal?
So the system is to dismantle the black community, and you do that by removing
Get us
the black
against
and
each other.
So
Yeah.
that's why I want to say it's neither one of our faults. So we have to stop pointing the finger at each other. The system was designed when you took the black father at home, out the home. You are mass incarcerating black men. You are taking these fathers and black men away from the children out of the community. And so what black women gonna do? We're gonna step up. We're gonna step behind our community every time. So we've had to be masculine. It's not that we want to be. We want to be feminine. We want to be soft because this is what you have to understand. A feminine woman will make a man submit.
You're right. I agree with that. A feminine woman would make a man submit. But like you said, the media has changed things. So the powers that be, whatever you want to call it, I don't blame people for acting the way they act because that's all they know. That's what they're being taught right now. Females are being taught to be masculine and males are being taught to be feminine.
I agree.
You know, inherently, a man is not supposed to want another man, and a female is not supposed to want another female. But now that these females have become masculine and the males are becoming feminine, the line is being blurred.
Yeah.
And now everybody's confused. They don't really know what they want. People want what they won't give.
Well, that's also a systemic thing. Like, have you ever heard of a tactic called war tactic called wag the dog by the tail?
Yeah.
And they use the media to put that out. That's why they push homosexuality. They push it hard in the black community. That's why they have legalized a lot of things and made a lot of things normal. So now people feel like, oh, it's comfortable to be this way, or it's normal to be this way. A lot of times, I know, like, at least for some women, they think they are homosexual, but they really just trisexuals. They're just trying things, and then get older and be like, they're not really what I really want. You know, but they're trying it because they make it popular, they make it mainstream. You got songs about women hooking up with women, and you know, then you got the rappers putting on feminine, you know, wardrobe and carrying purses, and so they're making it comfortable.
Who controls the media? Who controls our music?
Who you think control it?
I don't control it. I'm asking y'all.
Us. No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. How old are you?
Them.
I'm sorry, no, occasional. Okay, so.
No, you can talk.
Okay, so, you know who Young Buck is, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Young Buck was on G in the South. And people thought he owned G Unit South. He don't, because 50 Cent owned G Unit, which owned G Unit South. And people thought 50 Cent owned G Unit, but he didn't. Eminem owned G Unit because of Shady Records. But Eminem didn't own Shady Records. Dr. Dre, Aftermath owned that. But Aftermath wasn't owned by Dr. Dre, it was owned by Interscope. Interscope, we go all the way to the top. There are 3 conglomerates in the whole United States that control all the music. And it's mob style once you get to that point. They control everything. They control the media. And they got to a point where they didn't want another Martin Luther King. They didn't want another Malcolm X. So they changed the music we listen to change us. You go to church Sunday and we chant stuff. Right. So we remember that stuff. Why do you think they changed the music? We used to have summer jams. You remember that?
I remember.
Those ain't around no more.
They even changed the hertz in which they changed the hertz in which the music go out, because I think music at 432 hertz is therapeutic. They banned it. You can't play anything with 432 hertz.
Can you control a culture that's happy and wealthy? You can't. So what they're doing is they're making us depressed. They're making us work paycheck to paycheck. People think they're balling, but I can prove to you right now, if you make $100 an hour, you would not be wealthy.
I'm not gonna say everybody.
Oh, please don't.
Go ahead. We're just all running around in this big old trap, and
matrix.
And we just don't see it, Everybody wants to be a part of something, and they're willing to do whatever the media says to do to be a part of that, but that's not real. You only know what you know because the media taught you that. If you was born in Russia, you'd be doing Russian stupid shit, speaking Russian. So you...
Actually, I talked to this guy when I worked in prison. I was talking to this Ethiopian guy, and we got to talking about, world affairs and stuff. And he was shocked that I knew as much as I knew, because he was like, in other countries, they think we're dumb. Americans are dumb because they do control what we see. They control the information we get, even though it's out there for us, but a lot of people are not going to take time out to research it and find it. And he was just shocked. And he was like, most other countries view Americans as just dumb sheep, followers, sheep. We don't know anything. And so you're completely right. Like, they use the media, again, this war tactic to control everything.
Of course. The media is a weapon.
Yeah. And I was telling her earlier, they even use the media to portray our community in a bad light. They did this little experiment where they went to other countries and asked them what they thought about black people, and they said everything that they seen in the media, from rap videos to movies and stuff like that. So they were like, black people gangsters, robbers,
of course,
thoughts, and so they really control other people's view of us too. Yeah. Because if they can dehumanize us, then when they do things to us, people won't feel so bad. Like they bad people in the way they deserve.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, any of y'all got boyfriends? None of y'all got no boyfriends? Situationships?
No.
No situationships? Nothing. Y'all ain't fucking nothing. Period.
What?
No.
Okay.
I ain't say that.
Okay.
Well, I say no, because I wouldn't dare.
Why not?
I just wouldn't.
You wouldn't what?
Dare.
Have a situationship or
I wouldn't dare have a man.
You want a female?
I don't,
Okay. Why don't you want, I'm curious.
I want a man, but like, not now. But I wouldn't dare have a man. You
Are
can
you
get
in
one. My
college,
friend
or
is one.
you're putting your all into your career or something?
Yeah, and my kids. I have kids.
And into herself.
Yeah, and into myself, most
So
importantly.
so you think your peace is important?
Ooh,
oh my God.
ooh,
Oh yes, we're going down the right road now.
Yeah, for real. This is the
What
most.
is peace?
Ooh, when you can just go day to day without just,
worrying.
Let me ask you a question. You'll be very honest with me.
Yeah.
Are you happy? Truthfully,
Fully.
No. This is what you want in life. You want to be single with kids. Yes or no?
Yeah.
You sure? About
Yeah.
that? So
Currently,
you
yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So now I'm
I just wanna
happy.
say-
She's single until.
Yeah.
She's single until.
Yeah. I'm single until.
I talked to this 80-year-old lady a few months back, and I asked her. I asked a lot of people questions. I asked her what her biggest regret, like, she said her husband died 30 years ago and she has not got back in a relationship, and that was her biggest regret, to be alone for 30 years and about to die.
Why was she alone? That was
She
her
didn't-
personal choice.
That was her choice.
Yeah, that was her choice.
I'm not
She
saying
said
I
she
want to be
wanted peace.
alone though.
But you only get what you put out there.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I put out love.
You put out
I
love.
put out
But you just said, you
it's
just
good
told
over
me that
here.
you don't want nobody.
Currently. I said currently.
So when's your time?
So I'm not-
What's the right time?
Just when I'm healed. Like I've been
Okay,
sometimes,
yeah.
I'm going through some stuff right now, and when you said am I happy,
Mhm.
I can honestly say not 100%, but like my kids, they I promise you they bring me joy when I see their faces.
You're living
Like and
for you.
myself, I'm living for me
For
and
you.
my yeah.
Well, what about you? Okay, so why don't you do what you want to do?
I feel like I do.
But you're
What
not
you
happy.
mean? I said I'm not fully like.
So do
yeah,
what makes you happy. That's what I'm saying. Why not?
Good traveling. I do. That makes me happy.
But you just said
What
you're
you
not
mean?
happy.
I said fully.
Fully happy. I got you.
Are you happy?
I am.
Fully, 100%.
Pretty much.
So what makes you 100% happy?
I'm
Is it a
married.
relationship?
No, I don't. I got relationships, but
Okay.
they all know about it.
Okay. And they're good, they're content, nobody's crashing out.
No, nobody's crashing out. I got one might not like the other. I'm not living a polygamy lifestyle. I'm dating, but I'm dating openly, you know.
Okay.
I don't
So,
hide nothing.
do you care for each of those women or in love or like what? 'Cause
No, I'm afraid.
are they in love with you?
I think so.
But you said you are afraid of love?
To a certain degree, yeah. I'm afraid of time.
But they're in love with him. That could be.
But no, but at the same time, if he's been honest, remember we talked about this. Like women, we set ourselves up sometimes because if a man is honest with you and he tell you what it is, and you still say,
Okay, I'm gonna go with yeah.
What the female wants stability, right?
yes.
More, we want more than stability.
What else
Yeah,
you
we-
No, he didn't say you. That's all.
Okay, well, go ahead.
So he wants stability. So there is and I hate to say this, a man's world. See, I knew I was gonna cut you
Yeah,
off. Let's go.
it's a woman's world.
It's a woman's world. I disagree.
No, what Beyonce said? Who run the world?
Jay-Z.
No, wait,
Girl.
wait.
He don't really.
What
Like the most.
James Brown said? What James Brown said?
This is a man's world.
But it wouldn't be
Did Jay-Z
with a
cheat?
woman.
And Beyonce talked about this single lady, but she stayed, right?
She went date.
She went
Yeah.
Why?
I bet he pulled that shit on my own. In the public eye. Let me stop.
Yeah.
In the public eye.
You really don't know what these guys are doing.
But still, it don't
So,
matter.
no, I say this, for the most part, women are very forgiving.
They are.
Like, women will put up with more than what a man ever will because of, in the name of love. But when a woman gets her final ick, that's it. She might forgive you 100 times, and then that 101 time, that's it.
That could be true. I buried my grandfather when he was 87 years old. His girlfriend was in the front pew. That taught me a lot. No matter what age, somebody wants somebody. Now, I remember people telling me before I got married that, oh, you're going to wind up alone. Nah, my grandfather proved that's not true. But I did get married. 14 years, I did what I was supposed to do. And that didn't work out. So I put my all into it. And I'm not bitter or nothing like that. I just see the world different now. I'm trying to do me. And with me doing me, I know I have a chance of doing what I want in this world. And that's building wealth. To me, wealth is freedom.
I agree with that.
So I'm trying to buy my freedom.
You have kids?
I do, 3.
Yeah.
And they're all grown.
So generational wealth, what you trying to be,
Uh,
or just wealth?
Well, I don't really believe in generational wealth. I found a way to do generational wealth, but it's not what people think. A lot of this stuff that social media kicks out is teaching people there's an easy way or there's generational wealth that they can do. What do you describe generational wealth to be? And who do you know as generational wealth?
Like, you know, when people just pass down the wealth to their kids, but
There's an inheritance tax.
okay, yeah, but when you build something or own businesses, land, I mean, you're passing that down.
You still have to pay tax on that. Everything
You
is
do.
taxed.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to say is the world is not what you believe it is. It's an illusion. And I'm gonna do this for an analogy. Say you had this dream house you had in your mind, and you went home, did the figures, and you was only 15 years old, and you said, I'm gonna save to buy this dream house, and it's gonna take you to be 85 years old, being very frugal, but you was very focused on it. You hit 80 and you got sick, but you push until you're 85, and you just can't work no more, you'll die, but you got enough money to buy your dream home. You get your dream home, you got 3 boyfriends, it's so big, they never see each other, like Lil Wayne with shit all day, all that good shit. You got a movie theater, you don't even have to leave the house. But the following year, the city steps in and says, I need $100,000 for said dream house. And you say, I saved this for my whole life to buy this dream house, but they take it. Is it fair? It shows you it's not real.
Well, the thing is, especially over here, the American dream is
right.
Because you never own anything.
Yeah.
Because you still have to pay taxes and they knocking out. But I feel like what she's saying with generational wealth is you still want to leave something behind for the next generation to at least get a good foot in this matrix.
Right.
So instead of just leaving them with nothing, because one thing about the black community, a lot of times we need debt. So for us, generational wealth is not so much about owning anything. It's just about, setting our next generation up for success. Because we're already 10 steps behind.
Just leave them with a clean slate. Like you said, if you leave some money behind, they'll be entitled. A diamond is formed through pressure, right? Nobody wants pressure.
I don't agree with that. I feel like that's slave mentality. We have to get out of it. Because just because I had to get it out of the mud don't mean my next generation will have to get it. We have to start breaking that generational curse.
Or you gonna fuck that money up.
You don't know that. And that's where you step in as a parent
and teach them.
You teach them financial literacy. You teach them how to be, not saying it's guaranteed, but I mean, nothing is guaranteed. You can leave them with nothing and they still be fucked up. So for me,
I got
with something.
For me, 22 years old, and I had the opportunity to mold my son. My son used to come with me every summer, and I would make him work 8 hours a day in the heat. And my baby mom would call me crying, talking about, he shouldn't be doing that. I said, well, that's my son, he's going to do that. Now, he's 22 years old, he got stocks, he got accounts, he's about to buy his first house.
Right.
He's working, he's doing what
that's the difference. You talk on responsibility. We're talking about, so you're supposed to, that's what I'm talking about. You teach them responsibility. You teach them.
You teach that just by
you model responsibility. You model and teach, because that's your role as a parent. Teach and model. Lead by example. Responsibility, hard work, sacrifice, self-discipline, financial literacy. So when you leave and you leave them with something, you know they're gonna do what they're supposed to do with it. We're not saying, I'm not saying you never own anything here, but that doesn't mean you don't leave your next generation with something.
Yeah.
Whether that's knowledge, it don't just have to be money. Whether it's knowledge, whether it's wisdom, whether it's with a good work ethic, you leave them with something.
I figured out a way for generational wealth. Each generation buys 3 houses and passes it down. That's it. Other than that, there's money is not forever. It doesn't last. Nothing. All this is an illusion. If you don't teach them responsibility, they're going to just blow that money away.
Yeah, but that's why I said you prepare them.
You just can't teach them. You can't just tell them shit because you tell them you got kids.
No, like she said, you got a model. You got to show them.
How many kids you got?
2.
How old are they?
17 and 5.
Okay, is the 17-year-old, is he he or she?
She.
Okay. You got kids?
1.
How old?
22.
22. He or she?
He.
Is he doing everything he's supposed to do as a man?
He's 22. He's still learning.
Okay, hold on. So, why is he still learning? Why does he know?
No one just know. I'm still learning. I'm 40. No. So,
Alright. Let me explain something about me. My father was a Marine, and I hated my dad until I was 25 years old. But after I hit 25, I know you might have seen this. No, I realized what he did to me. I didn't really appreciate it. I kind of still hated it, but I understood. He made me a man. I understood that you gotta treat. What does the eagles do? How do eagles take care of their babies?
Push them out the nest.
With the same beak they use to hunt, kill, and feed that baby, they use to push that baby out the nest. If he doesn't fly, he dies. Certain cultures are taught, keep that child at the home until they're ready. No.
Right. So you're misunderstanding what I'm saying. I'm not saying shelter or baby your man. I'm not saying that, right? Because I do believe, like in the saying, give a man a fish, he'll eat for a day. Teach a man to fish, he'll eat forever. I 100%.
Is the black community growing right now? Is it striving? What avenue is going down right now? Are we being wealthy? Do we have money? No. So why not?
No.
I mean, we're all.
Because you have a lot of broken homes with mothers trying to raise sons. And I've always said in this camera, I don't feel like a woman can.
So what does a dad do?
What does it? I just told you.
He goes in there and
They
makes
take
sure
it-
that son does what he's supposed to do.
Yes, but we don't really have that. We don't have a lot of present fathers, and I say this all the time.
So
I used to say this all the time, and I'm still gonna say this. We need more black men mentors. A lot of our boys are lost.
we need to make these boys do what they're supposed to do.
How
And
can
they
we-
do when they're younger. They'll
It's
do
easy
when
to
they're
talk
older.
about what we need to make these boys
No,
do,
it's not
but
easy.
until our black men who are successful or who can lead and show them get in the field
Well,
and model that, then we're gonna keep having this same conversation. It's one thing to talk about it, and it's another thing to do something about it.
I'm telling you right here, right now, I'm one of the guys that did it. I made my son do it, and my baby mama will call me crying about this, saying I'm doing the wrong thing. I said, you don't understand. This is the way it's supposed to be. We are growing up very docile. The men or these boys are growing up feminine. They're not being
They're
forced to
sassy.
work.
They're sassy.
We need to kick their ass and make them work.
They're sassy.
Whatever you do when you're younger, you will do when you get older. Period.
Y'all heard it from me.
You can.
He said y'all sassy. He said y'all sassy. He said y'all. I agree with it.
Yeah.
I see that these females are now taking on male
Male
roles,
roles.
and they're out there gaming on.
And we can't-
and these guys are being feminine.
I
You know, I got employees, and I see how some of these females treat these. Some of my employees are younger. I said, dog, do not put up with that shit. What do you mean? I said, you are a man, and I hate to say it is a man's world. I'm not saying that to be negative. I'm just saying if you look at it, okay, put it this way. Y'all want equal rights, right? Everything the same, right? Do you want to go to war and die?
No, I ain't even finna
I
come
don't even know
Okay, so it's good.
who fucked me.
So, would you'll be submissive to the right man?
Yep.
But this is what men need to understand, right? The way you treat a woman as the man, right?
Mm-hmm.
You do as the leader. You set the tone. You set the atmosphere. You have to set that. You have to create a space for that woman to be able to relax, and you have her nervous system to be calm.
Why do I gotta make her relax?
Because if you men gotta understand, you can put a woman in her masculine energy.
Why?
If you're not doing what you're supposed to do as the man,
Well, I'm just being.
as the leader, and we gotta go 50-50, I gotta go to work, listen to a boss, do this, still come.
Well, hold on.
What is
First of all,
the man? Like, so let's go to
I don't
this.
know about this 50-50 shit. If I'm with a female, I take care of everything.
Okay, so let's go back to you said you're just being a man. What does it mean to be a man to you?
Being a man today, just.
We asked another guest this. So what is it? What does it mean to be a man? Because you keep saying this is a man's world and you're just being a man. What does it mean to be a man to you?
That's a good question. A man has the obligation to lead, to be the protector, be the provider, and that's, you know, if you read the 5 love languages, that's my. I don't know how.
Being
to
a man is so much more deeper than being a provider and a protector.
Well, that's the way I am. I don't know how to.
So being a man and a good leader, you have to have emotional intelligence.
Well, I'm not
You
that.
have to be able to read it.
But I'm a leader. I grew
A
up
good
without-
leader, so a good leader is
Why do I have
because as a leader, again, you set the tone.
Right.
You're the boss. You are leading. You are driving this
That's
ship. And so it's just like a good supervisor. Good supervisor know they staff.
a leader?
They should be able to look at the staff and say, read the room and say, oh,
If you can't
she's normally a happy-go-lucky person. Today she'll look quiet. And a good leader will go to the person, you okay? Something wrong?"
Right.
Okay.
Because
Right, I agree.
you will make them buy into your leadership. You can't tell me you're a good leader and you don't even have emotional intelligence. Only thing you're providing is financially. You're not providing a security. You don't make me feel safe because you don't even know something wrong with me. That's not a good leader.
No. You're misconstruing what I'm saying. You will feel safe with me. Trust me. You will be provided by. I'm not going to sit there and spend all night cuddling with you though. I don't understand.
Well, look, because that might not be your thing. I get it. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, a good leader understands there have to be compromise. There have to be a little give and take.
Give and take. I provide and protect.
A good
That's
leader.
it, no.
A good leader now.
Okay.
You want a feminine, you want a submissive woman,
So-
you gonna have to cut her just a little bit.
True, maybe here and there. But what you saying that I gotta be emotional? I don't have to be emotional.
I didn't say
No,
be emotional.
intelligent.
I'm emotionally intelligent.
Be able
I'm
to
not gonna call her
read.
no bitch. I'm not gonna demean her. I'm not gonna do none of that stuff. I wanna make sure that she feels like she is the one. I'm coming home every day and night. There's no other body calling me. None of that shit.
Okay.
Period. You're gonna feel protected and I'm gonna provide. As long as you do what you're supposed to do.
What's she supposed to do?
She's just supposed to be feminine. That's it. That's your
What it
superpower.
look like for you? What does a
A
feminine woman
feminine,
look like to you?
I want you to make me feel like a man. Make me feel
All
good.
your women make you feel like a man?
To a degree. Now, I think that some of them wasn't raised that way, so they don't know how, and I excuse that from understanding.
So some of them are not in their soft girl area.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them are hard because of the things they went through, and I understand that. I have enough intelligence to recognize that, and I accept that. But because of that, they're not going to be the one. You understand?
So
You
the
get-
one is just completely submissive.
Feminine.
Feminine.
You get what you put out.
I agree.
Do you?
Yeah, you get what you put out. Yeah.
So how come most females on social media talking about what they can get from men, but they're not talking about, okay, say, I hear this a lot.
But men talk about the same
God saved me from this man. You're like, you didn't do shit.
They say God saved her.
God saved me from another relationship. Like, you ain't do shit. Like, it's just these niggas out here just doing shit.
Fuck.
Yeah, most niggas doing shit.
No, it's not just a nigga.
No, I said most.
Oh, most.
Yeah,
Okay,
most
females
niggas.
doing shit too.
Like, I don't know. Yeah, they are.
Yeah, females doing shit
I ain't
too.
gonna say they ain't.
I think they go back to what we were talking about earlier, being unequally yoked. You know what I'm saying? Because we don't have those hard conversations where we meet someone, we don't really vet them, because there's nothing wrong with you wanting what you want out of a woman or a relationship,
Right.
but you really have to communicate it, and that woman have to communicate what you.
Communication is key. You're right. I think
Not
most
just
of these females are
effective,
getting
like understanding is key.
Where do you think that
Communication.
Real Housewives of Atlanta and shit like that. They watch all this shit, all this stuff they absorb, and they believe that's life. That's not life at
I
all.
don't watch it.
I
Okay.
good kudos to you.
Oh,
You
okay.
watch it. So y'all watch TV, right?
I really don't.
Okay, you like.
I do, I ain't gonna lie. But
I don't watch it.
I don't watch that. I want reality TV.
So most people is.
My TV is unplugged in my room right now.
Well, I guess I don't see no Versace and this and that, so I give y'all little props and whatnot. You know, most females you gotta have, you know.
Designer.
Yeah.
We're not superficial.
I'm not saying.
No, I'm saying I'm giving you props. You're not, you know. But a lot of females come off that way. They're looking for what they can get out of a man, but they're not willing to give nothing. They want what they won't give.
I think it goes both ways.
It does, it does. So
And a lot of times men
If it
can't
goes both ways,
come in, so a man can't come
If it
in.
goes both ways and you meet a man that has everything, that can provide and protect, what should you do?
I met a man like that, but because we were unequally yoked.
Oh,
That's
well, I agree with that. But say you
I need
y'all
more than
equally yoked. You're equally yoked and y'all going down the same road. And this is a leader, this is a man. He knows how to handle things. What should you do?
What you mean? What
I'm
you
asking
mean?
you a question. It's a question.
For me, I guess. Wait, what? You know what I'm
Okay, let me
saying?
ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. You want a job, right? There's a job.
I don't want no job.
I'm just saying, so you don't work.
She don't have a dream job. Yeah, she
But,
work.
okay.
So okay, say there's something. What do you like? What do you really want? I mean, really want. Go deep down and say, what do you really want? Not being general.
You mean in relationships?
No,
Yeah, just, man, I want to travel the world.
You want to travel the world. You want that better than anything, right?
Yeah, I think I want to travel the world.
Then do like that when you want a man. Better than
Say
anything. Act like that when you get a man, the right man.
Right.
Yeah.
I agree with it. You're
Yeah.
right.
But most
But my next
girls,
man,
most
he got
girls will try to do a little bit to see what he's like, what he's about. I'm just going to test it. He don't do this, and
I don't know.
that's not what you act like when you want something really bad, is it?
I feel like men test
They
women
test,
more
yeah.
than anything.
Y'all test.
Y'all test women more than
Y'all
anything.
trying to see where we at. Financially.
Depends on what level you're on. Now there are levels out here.
Mentally.
Well, there's levels.
Yeah,
to it. There's levels.
Now if you okay, and I'm gonna say is females got it bad because, you know, say out of 100, 20 of them are probably on the down low, the other 30 are incarcerated, the other 40 are in situations or relationships, so you only got like 10 out there, and you know.
Okay, that make me think about something. So that makes me think about something.
What's that?
So the ones that are out here, this is why it's hard for women to submit and be all that those 10% that need one. They think they're the prize.
Right.
They think they are the prize.
Are they not?
Hell no.
The man ain't the prize.
Why would you be the prize?
Why not?
Why?
Because
You're the leader, the provider.
So we just talk
so
about.
if I can say a man is worth millions and he got all this, he's single, he got his few houses, he got all this, and you're gonna say, you know what? You better chase me. Basically, I just want to say this, so people don't understand. I know a lot of people, they don't know me, they think I'm a nigga, but I'm gonna say some things that a lot of people don't know. I don't believe in right or wrong. I don't believe in good luck, bad luck, and I don't believe in karma at all. I think that's all coincidental. You have the right to believe what you want to believe, and you have the right to believe what you want to believe, and I have the right to believe what I want to believe, and you shouldn't infringe on my beliefs. Everybody believes that I know what I know, and you should know what I know, and believe the way I believe, and that's just asinine. That's just stupid. I accept you for who you are. I've been through a lot, and it made me recognize this world is a little bit different than most. And the problem with that, I got a few businesses I'm a mason to. The problem with that is it's like putting on a pair of sunglasses, but you can never take it off, and you can never adequately tell anybody about it. You just see things different. Everybody wants to be happy. Period.
Well, I'm spiritualist, right?
I got you.
Okay,
So
so
you believe in God?
I believe in a higher power.
I got you. So you're not religious?
No,
Me neither.
not at all.
Alright.
So I do feel like our purpose here is self-discovery.
Got you.
Self-discovery. So, you know, I tell people all the time, I don't judge anybody for whatever their belief system is, you know, because that may be their path.
Right.
And same deal, just don't infringe on mine. So I agree with a lot of things you said. I feel like more people are starting to awaken. You see a lot of people on the path to self-discovery, but you know, you ask the question like, why don't we say what we really want? But the thing is, we kind of touched on this before. If we're being real, a lot of times women have been taught to shrink themselves so that they can be accepted, because the end goal has been to be in a relationship, to be with a man and be what a man needs you to be, versus just stepping in your full power as a woman. Because if we're being real, a lot of men say they want a feminine woman, but when they get one, they don't know what to do with her, because that is power.
Well, you might not be down with the right man. Yeah.
And that is true. So I'm gonna say, like, I agree with you. As women, we do need to reclaim our power, call our power back, move in our feminine energy, and don't be afraid to say what you want. If you want a baller, then you want a baller. If you want to travel the world, travel the world. There's a man out there that will put you on a flight ASAP. Say what you want. Don't. A lot of times we do settle, and then that's why relationships go there. Why?
They say love is blind because when you first meet a person, you see the red flag.
We talked about this earlier
today.
Yeah.
And you
We're looking
the
on the
red flags.
surface.
And that's your fault.
Yep. You know, that's what I was telling you when you talked about, you know, she was selfish and you knew that, and I said, well, that was your fault.
I agreed. I said,
So because you ignored the red flag, and so people tend to do that, both men and women, because you just, like you said, want to be accepted, want to be in a relationship.
No, I have ulterior motives.
Oh Lord. Well, whatever it is.
Right.
Whatever it is, you know, you still overlook a lot of that stuff. And so, you know, her and I was talking about that earlier, about how when you meet someone, you meet the representative. Right. You know, you just see the 10%. You don't see that 90%. It's like the iceberg that sunk the Titanic. You know, they sunk because
you do see the bad stuff, but like I said, love is blind.
You ignore it.
Yeah. You ignore it. But a lot of times you really don't see the real bad stuff until you're knee deep in it. And by then you're crashing into to that iceberg.
I
That
see all that
90%.
shit now. Fuck
But
that.
yeah, and I
But we don't take the time out to really get to know what people's demons are.
Because you want to be accepted.
Accepted, and that's my
I'm not at
point.
that point no more.
Me
I
either.
see shit, and I'm more than call it out.
Me too.
Listen, I've said I'm not time. I'm not wasting any more time.
There you go. Nothing
Wasting-
forever.
If it's something I don't like,
But think about this. You say you don't want to waste time, but why not enjoy that moment? Even though he ain't shit, and he
So
can
that's
he can fuck with him. So why not say, okay, I'm just here for the fuck, and that's it.
because while you're taking that time to go fuck with it, you probably missed the opportunity to meet that one. You
Well, how
over
you-
there,
how you met that one yet?
Yeah, you
that one yet?
probably could have been at the bar having a drink, running into Mr. Everything, but no, you over here wasting time humping and pumping
But
with
you
the
don't
fuck.
know what that's going to lead to.
Well, so another thing for me is right,
I'm
with
listening.
the season I am.
Uh-huh.
I'm not giving my energy, sexual energy, most definitely. That's the most powerful energy to someone
Right.
who I don't feel is worthy.
Then, okay, let me ask you a question. So you got the rose then, huh?
No.
Okay, I'm sorry.
I've never been into like.
Wow.
I never.
I want to be a man. See, I got.
So, but I say that. That's why I say like women are more self-disciplined. Like I
I
don't
think
have.
so. I deal with a lot of females. I mean.
Well, some women. Let me say that some women.
I know.
I can speak for all women. I can speak for me. I'm
Me
very
too.
Me
too.
I'm very self-disciplined because if I don't like you like that, I'm a. You have to
Take
stimulate
your
me.
coochie out the queen, put some lulu in
If you're not stimulating me mentally, I can't. No,
I got you.
I'm not gonna be turned on.
That's
So let's talk about. We've been talking about women business and being able to know when she got a boss or a man is all the way his masculine energy. But what about? And I thought we asked this before on another podcast. But a masculine man is in his masculine energy. Is he comfortable with dating a woman that's an alpha too? Can an alpha man be comfortable dating an alpha female?
I don't think so.
I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
They
A
ain't
man
gonna
does.
teach
An
you.
alpha woman is basically a man.
You think so?
I know so.
She just might be an alpha feminine.
Yeah, but we don't want that.
Yeah, I don't think they do.
What y'all want? A baby?
I told you I want something feminine.
Mm-hmm. A beta.
You can be feminine and still be a boss.
I want.
I think I'm a boss and I'm still feminine. I handle my business. I do what I'm supposed to do. But get what?
And
I'm
yeah,
still
you
gonna
should
love
want
it.
that,
I'm still gonna love on you, babe. I'm still gonna make you feel like
Still gonna be soft.
But I don't have.
Well, maybe I don't know. I never felt that, so I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I'm just being honest.
But as of now, you don't feel like you wanna.
I want what I want.
What do you want?
I want a female
The
that.
soft.
Yeah, just I want.
I want to hear because we seen this thing that says ask a man to describe a good woman and watch him describe herself.
Well, no,
So
let him describe
I want him
himself.
to describe like.
I want a female to act like she really wants me. Like I come home and
She happy to see you.
She happy to see me. She not.
So what does that look like?
I can feel it. You can feel things. I know you can feel things, right? You can feel when things are off, right?
Yeah.
I have to feel it. That's it. I can't describe it. It's just a feeling.
I get it. So listen, do you stop and say, well, mate, am I doing something for her to be annoyed when I walk through the door?
Well, then okay.
Communication.
Here's the
Communication.
I'm me. I'm not going to change me.
Right.
I would try to compromise to a certain degree, but I know who I am.
Mm.
So if you don't want to set me for who I am, then I don't need that.
Good. That brings me to another point I had. Can love change someone, or is it fair to try to change someone who you love?
It can. It had me. Before I got married, I was a player. I was out there doing shit. I've never been with no female that I haven't cheated on until I got married.
Damn.
Period.
So you were in love.
I wasn't in love. I was just doing the right thing, what a man's supposed to do. That's the difference. I was in love too.
What is a man supposed to do?
I told you, a man's supposed to protect and provide. I didn't cheat. I went out there and did my business. I came home and did what I was supposed to do. I did what a man's supposed to do from what I was taught by my father.
So what you think the issue was?
The issue was that she didn't have enough knowledge to understand what she had.
That'd be the case
I
too.
met her when
Sometimes.
like,
Some women are mess over some good men.
there was some red flags when I first met her, and like I said, that's when I learned love is blind. When she gave me directions to come see her, she gave me the directions from her perspective. And it took me a while to realize, wait a minute, flip it around, and I told her, I said, you had it backwards. Well, you should have known this from my perspective. Red flag one. Red flag number two is when she told me that I need to listen to her because she's in college and I never got a degree.
So do you feel like she was trying to emasculate you?
I probably was. I just think that her family didn't know enough to teach her, you know, you become like the people you hang around.
Most
Yeah,
Yeah.
product of your environment.
Yeah.
What made you ignore the red flags though? Like, it wasn't
My
until
mother.
after
My mother's like,
she
oh,
stopped.
oh, she's a good woman, she's in college, all the other girls. So I was going to divorce her once before and, you know, I rescinded it and came back, but it took a car accident where I almost died that changed my whole life.
Don't want to be unhappy.
No, when I came back home, it was the height of COVID, and I wasn't going to the hospital. So I had I think a broke rib and a broke hand, and I didn't go to the hospital. I asked for a back rub that night. You should have went to the hospital. So I turned around and said, I think I'm ready for a divorce. He said, when you're ready, you let me know. So I walked off, turned around, and said, I'm ready. And that's when it started.
So both of y'all were just at the end of the road.
Probably.
Oh wow. Wow. That's deep.
We didn't have the same issue that equal yoke. I didn't believe in the COVID hype, and she did. And she didn't believe in treating a man like a man. She was more, I guess, an introvert, you know. I was more of an extrovert. I'm out there just doing things.
Y'all just was on two different paths.
Basically.
And y'all were really making each other miserable.
The problem was, I mean, I think that, you know, I wanted something out of her that she wasn't able to give, and probably the same with me, you know. Yeah, to be honest. I'm not saying I was a perfect man, you know. I don't know how to give them affirmations like, oh, you're beautiful and this and that.
Really?
My mom left me when I was 7, so I didn't grow up with a mom. So I don't have
With that feminine.
yeah, I don't have those emotions.
Yeah.
So I might be lacking in that area. But on the other side, I know how to handle things. And that's where I come in. I can provide and protect. And that's two of my 5 love languages.
You gotta work on that though, okay?
So why?
Yeah.
You want a feminine woman, but you can't tell her she's beautiful.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell her she's beautiful, but it's not like every day. Like, you know, okay, put it this way. Reason why I don't want to get married or into a deep relationship, I don't have
The energy.
no, not the energy. I'm a workaholic, and I don't want a nigga that ain't got no job talking to my goddamn girl like, yeah, shit. I can't defend that. You know what I mean? I'm busting my ass off. I'm providing with the house. I'm paying for it, everything, and yet this nigga ain't got shit.
So-
You know, you ain't gonna talk about that.
Okay, so listen. So you said something interesting earlier,
Okay.
and that's one of my
You
topics.
take this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you said something interesting earlier, right? You said most women want something. They want something, you know. But, and you were like, why don't we say what we want? And I was saying, like, in our community, we're kind of groomed to shrink ourselves and to settle. But in other cultures, and you say you don't believe in right or wrong, stuff like this, right? The women are taught to marry for stability. They are, sometimes their family pick the man for them. So why is it so bad? Why do people look at black women like gold diggers or black women are so bad when they do try to say what they want or if they do want stability? Where in not just other cultures, even in other ethnic groups like you know, the white community, Asian, you know, they teach their daughters to go for the provider. But when black women say we want to go for the provider, no, she'll go with it. Or they always got their hand out and they want something. So what's the discrepancy there? Why we can't get the same lead?
Right.
Because of what the media denotes. And
But you said it yourself. Did the media get to you too?
no, the media didn't get to me. I understand the media. I work for the media. What I'm trying to say is that y'all want something without being equal. And I'm not talking about saying financial. Say you want a guy that can provide, protect, put you in all this stuff, but what do you offer? You offer attitude. You offer most of the time.
Oh, friend, hold on. I gotta, you know, that goes back to when you say, like, when you provide, give to a woman, what we create? We create a home. You give them a house, they make it a home. You give them the finances.
So you're not jealous? You're not envious? You know?
Hell the fuck no.
Well, I never dealt with that.
Because we're gonna multiply, right? We're gonna multiply.
So how come y'all not married now then?
I'm not married.
Okay, I'm y'all like that.
I've been married.
The niggas, y'all.
No.
I've been married.
I left mine.
I was with my ex-husband for 18 years.
Oh, okay.
You know, we got together young. We grew apart. We're still friends, all right? I've been engaged before. We're not together anymore because, like I said, a lot of times men get a woman like that, and feminine energy is power, and they don't know how to handle it. He didn't know what to do with it. And so right now I'm
So he felt threatened because you were acting like...
he didn't know what to do with all this woman.
Oh man, I feel you.
Okay?
Yeah.
So as of now I'm single because I'm single until
It's a choice.
it's a choice. Because like I said earlier, I'm not wasting any more time on anyone who's not worthy.
I feel you. What makes somebody worthy?
I don't know.
How do you know what you want then? What
I
I'm gonna ask a simple question. If you have 5 wishes, what would it be? It has to be probable and realistic. Do you know what you want? Could you name 5 things?
I've already told you what.
No, I want your 5 things. Your 5 wishes. No, list it out. Your 5 wishes.
You know, man,
No, just period.
In general.
5 wishes in life.
No, it has to be realistic and plausible. What do you want?
I want to be happy.
That's general.
Well, you didn't say.
I'm saying plausible and realistic. Just happy. It's just a feeling. I mean, what makes you happy? What do you really want that you can have?
I want financial freedom.
Financial freedom. That's one.
And I don't care what you say. I want peace and happiness.
Peace. Okay. Whatever.
Peace
don't
and
you have to go to war for peace?
No.
Yes.
So
Peace
this,
and
no. So I'm like, I don't believe in all that crazy
Okay.
stuff. I don't want to have to work for your love. I don't want to have to fight for
Why?
your
Then
love.
you're not gonna have.
I don't want to have to. You gotta come and calm in my nervous system.
No,
We gotta.
you're not gonna
Yeah,
have
because the thing, this is where people mess up, and this is how women get tricked into these trauma bonds. You need to go fight your own demons and make peace with your own demons before you come over here
peace?
thinking I'm about to fight your demons for you.
Are you at peace? You at peace
I'm
now?
at peace.
You sure about that?
I love me.
Okay.
Like you asked her what she feel like, I am completely
So how
fulfilled
do
with
you get your
me.
peace?
So listen, I am completely fulfilled.
So you don't want no man?
Listen, you gotta let me finish. I am completely, and I feel like that's how men and women should enter into a relationship. I am completely happy and fulfilled with me. I have poured into my cup. So when that man do come, he gonna get that overflow.
He gonna get that.
That's that.
He deserves
That's
He
that.
deserve that.
Yeah, that's that feeling
He
energy.
deserves
But I need him to come.
How do you know he
I need him to come complete.
How do you know he deserves it? You said you're not gonna do that to a man.
So listen, you let me finish. That's why I'm single, because I need a man that's gonna come complete, fulfilled,
So-
and healed too.
He gotta have all this and then you're gonna do it.
We both gonna come.
No. He better do this or I'm not.
I didn't say you better do nothing. What I'm saying is, I want a man who has sought with himself, went within, recognizes the king within himself, don't need outside validation. He has sought with his demons. And he has sought with his demons. He know what his demons are.
You gonna recognize that?
Yeah, you can tell for me,
I got you.
cause I'm high functioning,
I feel you.
high vibrational.
I feel you. I feel that.
I
energy.
read and feel
100
energy.
frequencies.
Yeah. So listen, I don't know.
I feel you.
I don't know.
I got you.
Can't fool me, baby.
So have you found it yet?
I'm not searching.
Oh, but.
I'm not searching for it because that's what we're talking about.
But I'm searching.
Are you?
Yes, I'm going after everything I want in life. I'm fighting for everything I want.
What
in
you
life.
said, you get what you put out.
Yes.
I'm just gonna keep putting this good energy out, and it's gonna draw in. It's gonna come in. I don't have to do this.
What just happened? Everything
Put
I'm
it
trying to
out.
get right back to me the exact way I gave it to you. Oh my God. Oh, that's deep.
Right.
I got you. So,
Okay.
let's put it this way. So everything I want, I got. I got multiple girlfriends, multiple girlfriends. I'm just being honest. So everything I want, I'm fighting for. I got on my chest right here, Job chapter 5, verses 6 through 7. I know you're not, well, I'm not religious either, but I like, it's very motivational. Basically, it's saying that no matter what, you're going to have to fight for what you want. And if you don't fight, you're not going to get what you want. People say, I just want peace. Well, peace is fleeting. If you don't fight for it, it's not going to be there. And then people will lie to themselves like, oh, I'm happy, I'm at peace. No, you're not. You want
It's
something.
a difference between fighting for something
I'm fighting for everything.
and working it. You know
I'm
what
fighting
I'm
for
saying?
business.
It's
I'm fighting for my kids.
I
I'm
get
fighting
that.
for what I want.
I get that,
Yeah.
but as far as in a relationship,
I'm
with
fighting for a
men,
relationship.
I'm not warring and fighting for
Well, then you're not
anything. I'm willing to put in work, but
No,
not
no,
fighting.
no,
I'm willing to
fight.
put in. I'm willing to put in work, meaning I'm willing to.
So you only go halfway.
Huh?
You only get a certain. I'm
That ain't what
fighting.
she said.
No, I believe in 100, 100.
100 is
You gonna
fine.
get all of me.
Okay.
I promise you are.
Put it this way.
How you
14,
fight for-
okay, 14 years relationship. You
And
think
you
you treat
got
me right?
women, how
No,
you
but
fight
I
for
sat there and did what I was supposed to do. That's fighting.
And where did they get you?
It got me to where I'm at right now, right here in front of you.
Okay.
I will not change nothing because of who I am right now. I will go through it all again.
Listen, and I won't change anything I've been went through, but
Okay.
that's why I can say with confidence, I'm not
Well,
fighting. I'm not fighting for anything.
I'm living the life I want to live though.
That's good. Me too.
I got it.
So I'm not fighting, but if you can't bring your butt over here, sit down, and we be happy and be peaceful, we're not doing
I
that.
can feel that.
Yeah, we're not doing
I
that.
got you. Yeah, I can feel like, I can feel that on my door. I don't feel it.
Ah,
You said you want two people equal. Yo, I want to feel it.
you want to feel it?
I want to feel it.
You want to feel it equally?
I want to feel what you want. If you don't feel like, if I don't feel like you really want me like that, like I'm just, okay, passing by, I'm not going to fight for you. If I go out there, if he doesn't.
To me, that's not fighting. To me, that's something that comes natural. Like if we are in love, I love you, you love me.
So how you get
You gonna know I want you.
How
Like
you
I'm not about to fight. Oh my God, he called you come home. Let me sound like I'm happy. You know
That's your mentality.
That's my. That's why I say that's where I am. I'm not fighting for anything. If
I'm fighting
have to,
everything.
I don't want to fight. I want to really miss my boo when he gone or when I'm away.
I feel you. And you can feel that. I know.
Yeah,
And you can feel that.
so to me, they have to be natural because if it's not, then it's fake.
Yeah.
If I gotta,
It's going to feel fake. I feel you.
yeah, that's gonna be fake. So,
I got
yeah. But I see where you at.
I got you.
Where you
Understood.
at. So, okay, we talked about a lot of stuff, right?
Mhm.
Relationships, love,
All that
a
good
little bit. We talked about a little bit of parenting, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So, but before we wrap this up, I want to do this little quick pop thing. All right, don't think twice. Just answer when I say it.
Oh man, psychiatrist.
No. All right. Respect or loyalty.
Respect, loyalty. I take loyalty.
Respect.
I
Respect.
take loyalty.
Why you choose loyalty?
Because I grew up in New York, I understand that people want to talk to people a certain way. It's just the way you feel. You can be in the hood and people like fuck you, and the boss come up to you and say fuck you. You can't say that. Why? Y'all said it to each other.
So you prefer loyalty over
Yeah,
respect?
loyalty over everything.
Why you choose respect?
Loyalty over
Everything.
everything.
Why you say respect?
You can
I
call me.
don't want to be disrespected.
Well, if you say
And
motherfucker,
say
you ain't doing the
fuck
right
you,
thing, I
that's
tell you right,
disrespectful.
wrong. But if you're loyal to me, I understand that. That's not
But
disrespect.
I'm not loyal to a person who's disrespectful.
Well, then that's not loyalty.
That's why I said respect.
I'm choosing loyalty.
Well, I'm choosing respect.
I got you.
Next one.
Loyalty over anything because we're gonna talk to each other a certain way, but don't mean we're not loyal to each other.
I say respect because if you respect someone, off top you're gonna
You'll be looked
Not
to.
all the time, no.
Yeah. If I respect you, I'm not gonna. Because then I'm disrespecting
Let me
you.
ask
In
you
order
a
for me to be loyal to you, I have to be
Who
disrespectful.
would get back to it first, the evil dictator or the good dictator?
Both.
No.
Just depends on the person. Just depends on the person
You
and their
still get
character.
evil man. People come
Depends
get
on the
over
person.
on people.
Just depends on what they do.
Being nice will get you
No hurt. Hurt.
unfair, not nice.
I say
Yeah.
that. Yeah. All right. Next one. Love or respect?
Respect.
Thinking
No,
about.
okay, put it this way. Because this respect thing, you're gonna talk to me a certain way. I don't care about that. I look at the progress.
You just
I look at
said
the
you
outcome.
want a feminine woman, so if you got a woman every time you come
He
home.
just said we always have attitude, right?
Yeah.
I have an attitude, but
That's
you got loyalty.
disrespectful.
Not to me. If you're loyal to me, I don't give a
But you just have
Get the fuck over here.
problems
Alright,
with
I'm coming.
So love or respect? Which one?
I take love.
Love.
I think respect is overvalued, yeah. Says that
Okay.
you gotta treat me a certain way.
Okay.
Okay. but-
So next one.
Yeah.
Love or loyalty?
Loyalty.
Well, don't one come with another.
No. I can love you and not be loyal to you.
That's
We
fucked up.
just know. Somebody are the prime example. Wait, but our producer just said so.
I am just like, man, I'm not comfortable. I'm
You
emotional.
can't curse me out. You can't
You
curse me
curse
out.
out in the fucking bed.
Niggas can take me. You know, But bitch,
Okay,
you
well,
come here,
certain people can
bitch.
take it too.
And if you do,
I grew up in New York where I seen bitches beat the fuck out of niggas. I come from a different place.
So your life experience.
Yeah, it's different.
Talk
That's what I'm
loyalty
saying.
over everything. Alright, so Kool-Aid gang. Y'all let us know what y'all think. First off, thank you for coming on.
yes,
We really enjoyed your
you.
perspective. Now you be the best guest all season, ain't it?
Yeah. That's my opinion.
I appreciate that. I really do.
We should trying to make me feel bad.
We've enjoyed all of our guests. Yeah.
Okay.
She just excited. He brought up some good points.
I believe I was really sent here for a mission, but I didn't really go all out. But you know.
People say that for a mission. Somebody felt like we needed to be humble. So, Kool-Aid gang, y'all let us know what you think in the comments about relationships. Why do we spend most of our life chasing love, looking for love, desiring love, and when you get it, do you know what to do with it? And then y'all kind of let us know with the little popcorn questions. What do you choose? Respect or loyalty? Love or respect? Or love and loyalty? Put it in the comments.
Respect and loyalty. Like, comment, subscribe, and share.
Bye, Kool-Aid.